Welcome everyone to Folklore Journeys, where we embark on a quest through the enchanting realms of mythology and folklore. I'm your host, Bernardita, and today we're exploring the captivating world of Italian mythology. Before we dive in, let's take a moment to appreciate the diverse tapestry of tales that have woven together to form the cultural fabric of Italy over centuries. Italy is a land renowned for its breathtaking landscapes, delectable cuisine, and vibrant culture, and is also steeped in a diverse tapestry of folklore that reflects the unique heritage of its regions. From the snow-capped peaks of the Alps to the sun-kissed shores of Sicily, every corner of Italy resonates with the echoes of ancient myths and timeless tales, passed down through generations. These tales serve as a bridge connecting the past to the present, offering insights into the beliefs, values, and aspirations of those who came before us. Before we delve into the specifics of Italian folklore, let us first lay the groundwork by exploring the broader context in which these tales emerged. Italy, often referred to as the cradle of Western civilization, boasts a rich and multifaceted history that has left an indelible mark on the cultural landscape of Europe and beyond. From the ancient Etruscans and Romans to the medieval knights and Renaissance scholars, Italy has been home to many civilizations, each leaving its own imprint on the tapestry of Italian folklore. It is within this historical tapestry that we find the roots of the myths and legends that continue to captivate imaginations to this day. One cannot speak of Italian folklore without acknowledging the influence of ancient Rome, whose pantheon of gods and goddesses laid the foundation for much of Western mythology. From the mighty Jupiter, king of the gods, to the clever Mercury, messenger of the divine, the gods of ancient Rome inhabited a world where mortals and immortals alike interacted in epic tales of love, betrayal, and adventure. Yet, the legacy of Rome is only a thread in the intricate weave of Italian folklore. Italy's diverse regions each boast their own unique traditions and legends, shaped by centuries of cultural exchange and local customs. In the north, nestled among the peaks of the Alps, we find stories of mountain spirits and enchanted forests, where mischievous fairies and fearsome beasts roam freely. In the central regions, the ancient cities of Florence, Venice, and Rome serve as backdrops for tales of love and intrigue, where heroes and heroines brave dangerous challenges in a quest of glory and honor. And in the south, where the waters of the Mediterranean lap against the shoreline, we encounter legends of ancient gods and goddesses, whose stories are woven into the very fabric of daily life. The south of Italy is a land imbued with passion, drama, and a sense of timeless beauty. Joining us is Matteo, a native of southern Italy, who will be our guide through these mystical landscapes. Matteo, thank you for being here with us.
Hello, good evening everyone. Thanks for inviting me.
Matteo, could you start by sharing a bit about your background and connection to the rich traditions of southern Italy?
I am a simple guy coming from the south of Italy. We are between the tip and the vamp of the shoe and come from towns that have a lot of traditions, as well a lot of myths.
Wow, so your insights into Italian folklore will surely enrich our exploration today. Italy is renowned for its captivating folklore and mythology. So, could you introduce us some key figures or deities in Italian mythology?
Yeah, so in general, Italy is well known about many figures in the mythology. We remember Jupiter, Mars, and Venus.
All of the planets.
There are planets, but they are truly Italian mythologic figures. Unique figures such as the Etruscan Turan. These are the gods of love. Like I said, the pantheon of Roman gods, like Jupiter, Mars. We know that, right? Well, I can say I'm not the expert, but there is a really huge influence on culture and identity in the Italian history.
Yeah, absolutely, Matteo. These gods have endured through the years and are known all around the globe. One catches my eye though, as it is not as known as her counterpart Venus. I heard you talking about the Etruscan goddess Turan, who is the goddess of love, beauty, desire, fertility, and vitality. I think it's fascinating how a country can have more than one figure, especially one with such a rich history as Italy. Your home country has been influenced remarkably by these ancient tales. Now, speaking of influences, how do you see these myths continuing to shape Italy today?
Well, anytime when we are with friends and family, we kind of recount these stories about the mythologies.
It's so interesting how we still recount these myths verbally. Myth and folklore often have a profound impact on society, and it's fascinating how past and present can be woven together through those rich stories. Have you encountered any myths or legends that have significantly impacted Italian culture or society?
There is one that I just have in mind, the legend of Romulus and Remus. They are famous, I think you know them as well, right?
Yeah, it's a really famous one.
The twin brothers raised by a she-wolf who we know that founded Rome, right? It's central to Roman identity and history.
Yes, just for those listeners who have yet to know the story, the tale recounts how two brothers who were born of Mars and a mortal woman were abandoned next to a river, suckled by a she-wolf and raised by a shepherd. And then, as adults, they quarreled over where to establish a city, so Romulus killed Remus and founded Rome. I think it's a fascinating tale that explains part of your identity and traditions, Matteo. Speaking of which, could you tell us about any traditions around folklore that you have?
We have a festival like the Carnival.
Ah, yes, the Carnival. It is a celebration of life and vitality seen through the streets of Italy, so could you share more about the traditions associated with this carnival?
Well, the Carnival, that is called Carnevale, it has roots in ancient Roman traditions during the Renaissance, the artist time that drew actually inspiration from these classical myths. I remembered about one of the myths that we have that are centered in these carnival stories, and we used to tell stories about this carnival man who used to eat so much. It's a theater event that happens once every year. This man's name is Carnival.
Wait, the name of the man is Carnival?
Yes, and we have all this festival going on, which is a carnival festival, but the main protagonist is this man who used to eat so much and he died because of too much eating. And we celebrate his death with masks. It is like a one day of festivities that take place in the south of Italy.
That sounds like a really fun celebration, Matteo. It seems to embody the energy and creativity of the Italian culture, while also emphasizing the importance of food in your values, centered on savoring every moment and making the most of every meal. So, food for Italians is a form of self-expression, sharing, and celebrating. It's no surprise that you have festivities concerning this topic. Now, have you come across any other myths or folklore that have had any impact on Italian culture or society?
Yeah, of course. Each year we have a celebration, a huge festivity. It's a Catholic procession that is happening in many towns in south of Italy, where people are dragging the statue of a saint, which is the protector of the town. And this mythology talks about the fact that whenever these people are transporting the statue, whenever the statue is in front of the house of the mafia boss of the town, the people are gonna disappear and the statue bows in front of the house.
And how does it actually work?
So it's a myth, so it's mysteriously. We know that they actually will bow to it. But to not associate the culprit to anybody, they say the man around the statue disappear and the statue is gonna bow in front of the house.
It sounds like a solemn tradition that reflects the complex dynamics of Italian society. Now, moving on, while many Italian myths are well known, are there any lesser known legends that you find particularly intriguing or unique to Italy?
Yeah, more than to Italy, probably more tied to the south of Italy, which is my region, Calabria. And we have one myth. There is this Centaurs, which is half person and half horse, sometimes half cow, that was basically the culprit of the disappearance of many husbands in town. There were wives complaining about 3 months disappearance of their husbands, and the culprit was given into this figure that was a little bit intriguing how that could have happened, right? The stories that my grandma used to recount to me.
Wow, that's a mysterious and intriguing tale. It's interesting that disappearances seem to be a repetitive theme in folklore worldwide. It's also remarkable how folklore can blend elements of the supernatural with the everyday, leaving us pondering the mysteries of the human experience. Thank you, Matteo, for sharing your knowledge with us today. Your insight into Italian folklore have been truly enlightening.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me with you here.
Join us next time as we continue our journey through the folklore of different cultures around the globe. Until then, remember to keep your ears open for interesting tales. Thank you for listening to Folklore Journeys. Until next time, this has been Bernardita signing off.